open the book and by golly, I started 2 to 3 whips and doesn't look that great. You're gonna see everything I started, whether I like it or not in this video. And I don't remember what I did the night before. And then when I look and I notice the book is out of place. Today, we're gonna go through all of my weekly whips and then we're gonna do some coloring, friends. This is a new series. This is the second edition of Sunday Vibes. If you like this style of video, this is gonna be super chatty, friends. I only know how to be me. If you like this style of video, please let me know. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with anyone that you know that loves chatting and coloring. I've been very busy this week, as you can see. And I have a lot more coloring to do for Christmas and for buddy colors. If you're new here, I'm Tara. Welcome to Tara Tripoli Arts. If you're not new here, welcome back. On this channel, I love to dive into everything art, coloring related. I am very new to coloring. It's just coming up on about 2 months of coloring, but I'm not new to art. If you've never seen any of my works before, I've been an artist for almost 30 years. I'll put a few things on the screen just so you can kind of see my vibe. But let's get into what in the heck has Tara been doing this week? Well, clearly I'm going to have to move these books to the side. This is also not going to be in any particular order, okay? First up, we have Rita Berman's Hidden Oceans. Yes, I'm working on an ocean book for Christmas coloring, and it's fine. I can do what I want. We actually worked on this last week for Sunday Vibes. So it is this beautiful page. I am so happy with how this is coming out. Pretty much all of the shells are like done. I might do a few highlights. The next step on this is to use this color card as my inspiration for the background. I originally started with this page with wanting to make all of the shells this color, and then I started coloring it and did the opposite. I love this, and thank you all of my friends out there that are sharing your pages with me that you worked on last week. And if I can think of it, and if I can get one of your photos that you sent me, if I can find it, I'm gonna put it on the screen here. We had such a fun time last week. I love this type of chatty vibe. I don't know what I'm gonna work on today. I have an idea of what I wanna work on, but I don't know exactly what we're gonna work on today. So this, I used polychromos pencils. That's it. That's the only thing I've used. All polychromos. Very, very limited color palette. And this is a style of page I don't even like. I definitely am not drawn to wallpaper pages. Why, friends? Why then did I find this so satisfying? This page actually is changing the way I'm viewing these wallpaper style pages or even a mandala style page, because I kind of view them the same because it's repetitive. Anytime I see something patterned or repetitive, I kind of zone out. But I will say taking this page as a challenge to make them look like brass was really fun. I found myself gravitating to this in the evenings when I'm sitting in the dark and coloring like I like to do. And it was like therapeutic. I didn't have to think. Literally, I already knew what I was doing. I already had it figured out from the first version of it that I just could zone out and watch your videos, which is what I was doing. If you have a channel, I'm probably watching it. I don't think I'm lurking. Jess from Coloring Bumblebee said that, because I said I was coming to your live streams and never saying anything. And she said, that's called lurking. I'm sorry, friend. I didn't mean to lurk. I was just, I don't know, nervous, intimidated, didn't want to be the one that nobody wanted to say hi to. Have you ever felt that way? Or am I like the weird one? I already know I'm weird, but am I the only weird one? Please tell me. Please tell me I'm not alone, friends. And so what I did first, Sunday Vibes last week, I did the first row. I think I did the whole first row. Maybe I just did the top 2. I don't remember. It's only been a week, but I don't remember. So then I showed these 2 here how to do, and I did them one at a time. As soon as I finished that episode, I did all of them at the same time. I just was working on all of them with the same color pencil. I like that way of doing it so much better. Why am I so late to the party? How do you color pages like this? Are you doing one thing at a time? I was watching Rachel Henderson's video this morning. You guys probably know her and love her. She's flipping awesome. And she was doing in Wonderful Wildflowers, she's doing like the whole book. That's one of my goals for 2026. It's not going to happen in December. I'm too busy over here with what I'm coloring. So she was working on one area of the page and completing it before moving on, even if it was going to be repeated. I don't know if she was doing that for the video's sake, probably. Because that's kind of feel like that's what I was doing. But in terms of sitting down and coloring a page like this, I would much rather in the future just zone out. What is the first color? Am I going in with orange? Am I going in with yellow? Like, what is it? Van Dyke brown, Payne's gray, whatever it is, and find all of the places on the page that I want to use that. I did have to spend some time with my eraser. I am such a flipping messy colorist, and it's not perfect, but I'm very, very happy with how this page turned out. Do you like it so far? Do you think it sucks? Hopefully you don't think it sucks. So that's what I worked on in Rita Berman's Hidden Oceans this week. Next up, we have Joanna Basford's Christmas, or Johanna's Christmas. So I did not work anymore on this one because I was waiting to see if it was going to win for the live. And so then I just got really busy working on other things. So my friends, I'm so excited to show this to you. I love this owl. This is our buddy color for this month. Are you in on this? It's not too late, my friends. I only based it. I did film this, and the video is up on my channel, but I think it's like hidden right now because I wanted to do this video first. All alcohol markers. I am really proud of myself for pushing past my mental block that I have with regards to these pages I don't gravitate to. I don't know what to do with something that isn't an owl. Like all of these circles, I have a problem with circles apparently. But when I approach this as a challenge, just thinking about color, because I am using Sarah Renee Clark's Color Cube cards. I love these flipping things. Do you have these? I can't believe how much I'm using them. I find myself gravitating towards them for every single picture. So these are the two cards that I'm using, and I'm challenging myself to make the owl essentially these colors, and I'm using these, and I'm not using the red, clearly. Why do I have these cards? These aren't, okay, so this is what I'm doing. And then I'm using this more for the grays and this for the gold, but I don't want to use all of these colors. I decided not to use red. And I really do like Johanna's paper for alcohol markers. This was super relaxing. I like the vibe. I do want to do something with like glitter or sparkles. I don't really have a lot of experience with that. I did get the, what is it called? Spackles, stickles, I think that's it. But I'm afraid to use it. Any tips you have, I would love to hear and learn from you. So I am looking forward to finishing this, but I also don't want to rush it. I think for the rest of this picture, I'm going to use just pencils. I usually use Prismacolor over alcohol markers, and I'm thinking about switching it up and using Polychromos. Polychromos is my favorite pencils. I swatched out my Ohuhu oil pencils, oil-based colored pencils. But I don't think I want to go in with that for this because it's the buddy color. Do you guys get nervous with these buddy colors and compilations or collabs? I get really nervous. I had a hard time sleeping last night because I was so flipping nervous about it. I find myself really getting intimidated that what if mine is like the worst one? And that's such a, I don't know. I don't want to limit myself by allowing my mind to gravitate towards such negativity, because I want it to be the process. I want the process of working on this because it is very therapeutic for me. Art literally saved my life, and getting into coloring changed my life. I didn't even know this was a thing until a couple of months ago, and now I'm here to stay. Like, I'm totally hooked. So I don't want that to limit me. So instead, I want to just color with my heart. I do find the Sarah Renee Clark's cards to help me, because then I don't have the pressure of, I can't even believe I'm going to say this, like the pressure of choosing the perfect palette, which is ridiculous because I've painted for decades, right? For some reason, doing it in these books that somebody else illustrated, it's intimidating. It's harder. I find it harder than just doing it on my own, like just doing my own painting or drawing an owl, painting an owl. I did paint a couple of owls. I'll put them on the screen. I did one of these 30 years ago and the other one, or 27 years ago, and the other one probably 18 or 20 years ago. Try to guess which one. Try to guess which one is the newest one. One or two. Let's see if you guessed right. So I'm very happy with this. I don't know what I'm going to do with the back. I am really thinking about using distressed inks, except I don't have any. I want to get them. Whose video was that? Karen. Was it Karen? No, it was Coloring Bliss. Jennifer from Coloring Bliss. She's got these new Christmas cards. They're like coloring cards. They're pretty cool. I was looking at them like, wow, that's such a great idea. And I like that they're small. And she was using distressed inks in the background. And I've seen Karen from My Colorful Country Life do that. I've seen lots of my friends do that. I know Lauren at Lauren Reed Colors does that a lot. I want to do that. I don't have any except that daggone spray, and I definitely don't recommend that. Or I don't know. Actually, it looks better in this book than it did before. And you already saw it last week. It's a whip. Well, it's a whip I haven't worked on this week, so we're not even going to go there. So I really would like to do something like that in the background. But if not, I might go in with my new pastels. Not new pastels, but my Light Wish pastels that I used on the live for the first time. I love them. I think I do want a background on this, but I think I'm going to do the background last, or at least I'm going to get most of this in and then do it. Or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Any opinions? Weigh in. I would love to hear what you think. This is the only other one that I worked on this week in this book, Johanna's Christmas. Next up, we have Cozy Christmas Word Search, 100 Incredible Puzzles. This is one of my newest word search books. This has a few coloring pages, but it is not a I don't have any dedicated coloring books, but my other book, which we'll get to in a second, has 84 unique coloring pages in it. I decided to do a book that was a little bit smaller and maybe just easier to carry around if somebody is into this, or if they're just not into coloring. How could you not be into coloring? And I mean, this book is, thank you for buying this book. Amazon's very happy with me. And friends, I'm working on the title page. This is a page I usually don't do. So I thought, why not make this the first page I do in this book? And just to bring up Jess again, which I'm sure you know from Coloring Bumblebee, she did the title page in Hannah Carlson's God Yule. I have the English edition, Merry Christmas, which you'll see here in a minute. And she said that my live stream on Tuesday inspired her to get out the book and do the nameplate page. So I want to, or the title page. I mean, this is kind of both. So this is the page that I used Ohuhu pencils in. So I've done just 2 coats, just lightly, very, very lightly. I'm trying to get a feel for it. And this is Amazon printed paper. I'm really loving how this bow is coming out. And I just started these presents. They're very small illustrations. And at first I was thinking maybe they're too small, like when I was creating these books to begin with, until I saw some of the flipping things you guys are doing. And the books that I'm coloring in now from somebody else. Some of these things are so tiny, I can hardly get my pencil point in there to color it. So I'm like, this is big compared to that. So this is the only page I've colored in this book. So there are illustrations throughout and snowflakes, the word searches. I worked very hard on these. I'm getting great feedback that they love the puzzles. I love working on word searches. So there's always, going to have the answers in the back. So I have a few really cute illustrations. These illustrations, I'm trying to remember. I think these are in the other Christmas book that I created. I don't think I designed unique illustrations for this book. I just put them in because I don't know. I want to color. That's why. And I find so many people have left feedback that they really like being able to like switch between the sides of the brain, to switch from left brain to right brain with the art. What do you guys think? So that is what I worked on in Cozy Christmas Word Search. Next up, we have Christmas coloring postcards. I don't know why I cannot finish anything in this book. No one's getting a Christmas card for me, not this year. I didn't work on that, but I did. Let's go from the back. So I worked more on this one. Last week you would have seen I based it in, and I think I just had the purple and the yellow. So now I've added, I think everything is based as far as I can tell. And now I'm trying to figure out what am I going to do with the rest of it. Oh, the other thing that I think is really interesting, I did the purple and the yellow with the zigs. This is my first experience with zigs. I switched back to my Tombos. Tombos are just so easy. I don't know. I think it's the nib. I think I like the brush better on the Tombos, but I haven't really given the zigs a fair chance. And I don't know what I think about the pink. I don't know why I grabbed this color. I thought it needed something a little bit lighter. I kind of wish I would have went with a redder color, but it's not too late because this is just based and it feels so flipping good. I love basing with stuff like this. Why am I not using my alcohol markers? I don't know. I think I'm just really interested in, dare I say, mastering these water-based markers. I'm gonna get it, friends. I'm a very determined individual and I'm finding it really fun. I feel like alcohol markers, if I say that they're easier, and if you don't find alcohol markers to be easy, I'm not trying to say there's something wrong with you. I guess I feel like they just lay down so smoothly if it's single-sided. I mean, it's gonna lay down smoothly if it isn't, but it's gonna ruin the other side. That I want to challenge myself with a medium that is not as forgiving because I like to make things difficult for myself. I really don't. I don't, but maybe I do. Maybe I do. So I'm going to do a lot with shading. I don't know why I just can't bring myself to finish anything. I don't know. I do have another whip in here. I love how thick these cards are. I know it's on a tab. There we go. Okay, I was really stuck on this little cutie for a long time. I went back to my Christmas plans video to see what was I thinking when I flagged this page. And I was talking about making it like a blue snow globe, and I really like it. And then I like that I made this part darker. This is just based. Clearly, I cannot stay in the lines, and I'm good with that. I don't know where the deer ends over here, so what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to have to do this with acrylic with my Artex markers, is come over the top and do some snow. I've actually thought about doing this with pastels, but then how am I going to send it to somebody? Pastels are some of my, it's probably my favorite medium right this second. I just love it. It is so fun. It's super messy, but I really love it. So there's a lot I have to do here, but I just can't bring myself to figure out what I want to do. So I'm stuck and no one's getting a card from me. My friend Tanya, her and I are coloring buddies. We're working on a page that I did not work on this week. I got to get cracking on that. I'm just making sure I didn't start another one in here. Sometimes, friends, I wake up in the morning and I don't remember what I did the night before. And then when I look and I notice the book is out of place and I open the book and by golly, I started 2 to 3 whips and doesn't look that great. Not in this book, but you're going to see everything I started, whether I like it or not in this video. And so Tanya is almost done with this book. What's wrong with me? I don't know. She's like dedicated. Her family is going to be so happy to get these cards. My family's not getting nothing. So that is everything I did in Christmas coloring postcards by Emily Lederhall Oberg. I can't pronounce things, friends. Next up, we have Joanna Basford's Small Victories. If this is not the first time you're watching me, you will know that this was one of the most intimidating books for me, and I don't know why, because now that I'm coloring in it, it's my favorite book to pick up. I love the size of this book. I was listening to somebody's video today, I went to the dentist this morning, and when I was driving home, I like to just have it playing. I'm not watching. I was listening to one of your videos talking about not liking small books and really preferring big books. I think I prefer smaller books. Is that weird? So I've got, okay, so I worked on this week. I believe the Derwent video is going to be up, so you're going to see how I did this. But I did test out the Inktense pencils, and I keep thinking I don't have enough. So what I did, these three here, this I worked on in a previous video. These three I used water, and these three I used a colorless alcohol blender. Noticeable difference, noticeable with the paper. I like how the colorless blender feels better, but, and I feel like it looks better maybe. And now I've ruined the page because I wanted to see head to head, but it's not really head to head because they're different flowers. And now the page isn't going to have any kind of like not scattered, but a random look to it. But I'm here for it because this is my experimentation book. This and Sarah Renee Clark's Vibrant Wilds, because I love her paper. And the fact that I'm not looking at these pages as they have to be masterpieces really opens up my mind to experimentation, and I love it. So that's the first one. I didn't work on that one. I know I got another one. What page is it on? I know I should tab my pages. Didn't work on that one anymore. I really want to do that snail. I want to work on a whip this week, so I'm not going to start a new one. Oh, it's probably on this page, which is why it's, okay, no, that's finished. That's a finished one. I don't want to, you're not going to see that yet. I'm going to pretend that picture wasn't shown. I didn't work anymore on that. That was from last week. I know I've got one more in here. Don't I? What? I'm like 99% sure. Okay, it's not. So that's all I worked on in Johanna Basford's Small Victories. Next up, we have Cozy Winter Word Search. Includes coloring pages for hours of fun. So this is my half and half. So it's 84 unique puzzles and 84 unique illustrations. I worked so hard on this book. I love this book. This is my #1 bestseller. Thank you, friends, for putting me on the Amazon bestsellers list. So let me show you what I worked on this week. This is the first one. I based this in with my Ohuhu alcohol markers. I am very interested in berries. I want to see what I can do with them. I might even use my Color colored pencils or the Ohuhu, but alcohol markers, it's a breeze. It goes in so beautifully. I do have multiple copies of this book because I did mess up the word search. You can still see the words. I should have done this word search first, but I have multiple copies of it. I love the vibrant colors. It's so therapeutic for me to lay this down with alcohol markers. It just goes down so fast. So I'm really excited to have these to build dimension with shadows. I am filming this. These are what I consider to be really quick wins. I'm using the Honolulu Bee Ohuhu markers, and it's 3 markers. That's all I'm using right here. It's 3 markers. Then I'm going to come over the top. So very happy with this. I'm a fan of holly. I used to have a holly bush outside of my house where I used to live, and it didn't do well. It was super damp in that area. It was like right in front of my porch. But when I first put them in, I remember putting them in around, I feel like it was around this time of year, and digging the holes down, and it was filled with water down there. So that should have been my first clue. It's not going to do well. So that's the first one I have in here. And I just started this one. I love this illustration. When I drew this reminds me of New York, of Brooklyn. It also could remind me of where I live now in Indiana because of these light posts. And where I used to live, my old house, I had one like this. And my oldest son broke it playing something, and he tried to tell me he didn't do it, but it was smashed. So I'm trying to do some kind of lighting effect. If I'm being honest, this is hard for me because This type of coloring, I'm having to push myself past my comfort zone because I'm such a realist. But I really like the way it looks when I see many of my friends doing this vibe. So it's snow colored, snow covered on top. I purposefully didn't put snow on this, like the thing, because it would be moving and swaying with the breeze. I was thinking the snow would get knocked off of it. You could absolutely add snow on top, and I might with an acrylic marker. I am noticing I missed a spot with the green. When I was flat coloring, I didn't want to reserve any of these tiny little things. Put that in more so that we know where to go after you put your base down. So I'm going to come over the top with my gel pens, either my Langua gel pens, which I have been testing out and I'm really enjoying, or acrylic markers or something. I don't think I'm going to do any kind of a background, but I'm very happy with this, how this is coming out. It totally reminds me of, like, this is nostalgic to me. And so that is all I worked on this week in Cozy Winter Word Search for Adults coloring book by yours truly. Next up, we have Winter Wonder by R.J. Hampson. Are you guys ready for a sneak peek treat? I did ask Jo at Piggy Pen's Tube if it's okay for me to show this, and she said yes, because it's not done. But I am in on this collab, whatever it is. And friends, I have like this much time to get it done. I found out about it yesterday and it's due tomorrow, so the pressure's on. So this is the page that I'm working on. And I will say, I went back and I watched my flip through. Most of these books I have flip throughs. This page, I didn't even comment on. I literally said, I don't even want to talk about this because I'm done with fall. And this was the page. So I'm like, do I really want to do this challenge, this collab? I said yes. So guess what I grabbed? Sarah Renee Clark's color cards. And I'm thinking, I want to do something completely unconventional. I don't want to just do fall. I'm sick of fall. I want to do full on Christmas, or nothing having to do with fall or Christmas. So I decided to make the outside edge as if it's ice. So my vibe with that is this card. I have flat colored. Then this wave that's going through, I don't understand this page. I even watched R.J. Hampson's flip through, hoping he would let me know what it's supposed to be. What does this mean? I had my husband trying to brainstorm with me also, because I wasn't sure, like, what is this? It looks like it's part of another rabbit. I didn't know what that was back there. So I just made it like it's the shadow. I'm looking around like, am I missing anything? I probably am, but I can only do the best I can. And friends, I don't know what it is with me and chicks. I have a problem. So they're chicks. And my husband's like, they're not going to be chicks. I'm like, well, for me, they are. They're these magical, mystical chicks, 3 of them in the tree. I'm keeping them yellow. It's what I want to do. It's how I'm vibing it. So this is for the outside. So my plan with this, if I can pull it off, is the outside is ice and the tree and everything inside is like alive, right? And it's growing into the ice. So does that mean it's going to make the ice alive or like thawed out? Maybe. Or is the ice going to come in? I haven't decided the vibe, and I really color with my heart. Like in my brain, I have a plan for this. Well, I don't. I kind of have a plan. So at first, I was going to stop short of this, but then I said I want it to grow through it. So I didn't try to blend it. I'm going to do that with my pencils. I don't like circles, and this is all circles. So I may get rid of this circle. I'm sure I have a Langua gel pen that's this color, or I can figure it out. Then I thought about, no, let me keep it. The wave is coming through. The ice wave is coming through. Do I want to put something like a sunrise or a sunset? So this is the color card inspiration for behind there. The problem with making this a light source is everything is in shadow. So I don't want everything to be in shadow. So this is where my brain kind of gets lost. But if it's a magical, mystical place, it doesn't matter. So I can do what I want. Or do I want to just make this a very dimensional circle or make a gradation? I might do that. I want to do a lot of dimension on everything that's in here. This is my color card for the Well, this is also the stuff for the tree. So it's not only the innards. And then this for her hair was more this color. Her clothes is a part of this. This is army green. I wanted to go a little bit mid-tone. And the blue jeans, and I'm really vibing this. I made the squirrel and the rabbits gray purposefully. And my husband's like, I hope you're going to lighten those rabbits up. And I am. I already have all my colors picked out. You're going to have to wait and see. And no one is going to be able to see this page until Jo shows it on her channel. So make sure you're following Jo if you're not already. And then I will show this when I'm allowed to. Cross your fingers, say a little prayer for me, friends, that I get it done by tomorrow. So this is what I'm going to be working on as soon as I finish this. So that is all I worked on in R.J. Hampson's Winter Wonder. Next up, we have Romantic Country by Erie. I'm really feeling I'm going to get something done in this book. So I have 3 whips in this book. I did not add any more to that page. I started that last time. But this page, wow, it's super bright. It doesn't look this bright. Actually, it does. When I'm coloring it, it doesn't seem like it's so bright, but it is. This page is just very, very vibrant. So I based this page in zigs. So I did the tree, 3 layers on the tree, not the ornaments, 3 layers on the tree and her and this with the zigs. Then I think I might have done more. Then everything else, I came in here with tombos. I just like the tombos better in this book. I'm really liking how it's coming out. I don't know what I'm going to do behind there. So I'm thinking I want to use, if I go in with distressed inks, I have to do some type of masking or be really careful. So maybe I would just do pastels. I don't know how they're going to go down. This is so smooth. What do you guys do for backgrounds in these books? I really want to get this done for Christmas. I think it's super cute. The other thing is, I think I did these ornaments in zigs. I think I did. I have to go back to my video to see. When I came back in, I grabbed a different red. Oh no, it was the opposite. This, I think I had that in. I don't remember, friends. I thought I matched it up and I didn't. But I actually like that. I like that it's not the same shade of red because I'm going to be doing pencil over the top in this and I'm not going to be doing polychromos because you guys already told me they don't work that well in this book. I really like the vibe. I just got to finish it, friends. I just got to finish it. So that's what I worked on this week in Romantic Country by Erie. And the last book I have to share is Merry Christmas by Hannah Carlson. So we started this page in the live stream, friends. Are you coming to my lives? Tuesdays, 2 p.m. Eastern. We have a flipping party. You definitely want to come to the party or watch the replay. The replay I hear is really fun. Hashtag replay is what people have been putting in there. So let me show you what we were working on. If you missed it, would have seen this if you were at my live. We started this page by basing in the snowman with the polychromos pencils. I was so organized, friends. I feel like I deserve a pat on the back. I did pat myself on the back during the live stream. Are you coming to my live streams? They're so fun. So these are the colors. If you want to do a screen grab of all of the colors, I didn't actually do the Languo gel pens yet or the white Posca paint pen because it's not done. These are the color cards that I used. So it was, and this is, oh, I don't have them all written down because I did use this one too. Why didn't I write this one down? So these, what color card is that? Whoa, it's right here. Friends, clearly I can't see. So these are the ones. And believe it or not, this is my inspiration. Where is it? This is my inspiration for the snowman. So totally retro colors. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do, but when I listened to my Christmas plans video, I talked about wanting to draw trees in. So we did that. If you missed the live stream, definitely go back and watch it. But we are going to finish this background. That's what I really feel like doing. I fixed the page again with my fixative spray, and it's still, actually, Now it looks great. It's letting off a little bit. I did about 2 to 3 coats of the fixative spray this time. And I've probably put on this page at least 6 coats of it. And it's nice because I could not put anything else down. I couldn't put anything else down on the snowman. There was nothing else I could put because it was so much pigment was already on it. I'm really loving how the snow is coming out. What do you guys think about this? Do you like it? Make sure that you can see it and it's in focus. I kind of feel like I want to work on this today. There's so much that we could do. And I really want a win. I want to finish something, friends. So this is the only one I have started in this book. So stay tuned next week because I'm sure I'm going to have a whip. There's so many more that I want to do. So that is the current whip. Oh, and I didn't even mention the background I am doing with a Light Wish soft pastels. And I have to say, I am loving them. Aside from the pastels that I've made before, which if you want to get in on that, definitely leave me a comment because I'm planning that when my office/studio is done to show you how to make pastels. But I have the Arteza pastels, which I've used before. If you've watched any of my background pastel tutorial videos, and this is my first time ever using these and I'm blown away. So I kind of sketched out using this as my inspiration. Thanks, Sarah. Of course, I don't want it to be light like that. Kind of looks a little bit like that now, but it's not going to when it's done. So using this as my inspiration, I just quickly sketched it out with these colors. So take a screen grab if you want to see that. And I was practicing right before I started, putting it on and wiping it off. So that's what we did here. I'm totally loving the vibe. I got really positive feedback. So I really feel like I want to work on this today. I want to work on this today. Do you like the Sunday Vibe series? So that is Hannah Carlson, Merry Christmas. So that's all my whips. What do you think? Did I work on too many? Not enough? Do you want to do some coloring? Because I do. So guess what I want to color in, friends? You guessed it. Hannah Carlson's Merry Christmas. I want to finish this daggone page. It is so stinking cute. I love snowmen. Definitely have a thing for them. If you're only here for the whips, thanks for stopping by. But if you would like to do some coloring, grab a beverage. I am drinking water. There's no wine. It's early in the day. And 5 o'clock somewhere, but I don't want wine right now. I got to concentrate because I'm going to work on this. And then I need to finish RJ Hampson's page. I got to finish that for the collab. But I do want to work on this first. Do you want to see how we can make this snowman page really pop? Let's get into it. I'm going to get my stuff and be right back. I'm going to put this paper behind the snowman, and you can kind of see the outline there because I had that from before. I have so many plans to color in this book, and I'm not doing enough. I completely broke the spine on this. I was proud of myself for that. I think what I'm going to do is I want to put a little bit more of the darkest color down. So that is the the 103 color. And I'm thinking about this is vertical strokes to kind of emulate trees in the distance. Like, look at what that one other layer did. And if you put it in and you wipe it off with your finger, don't be afraid. And they don't have to be perfectly straight because trees are not perfectly straight. And sometimes I like kind of putting some stippling to emulate branches back there. This is a messy medium. I forget which one of my new friends on the live stream said it's super messy. It is, but I am here for it because I love kind of getting in on it. Getting in on it. Does that make sense?
I know, no one doesn't mention.
If you can hear my husband in the background, he's on the phone. He's always working, it seems like. And you know what? This is my work. It actually is. And I have patience this afternoon. But this is what I want to do, like all the time. I do want to darken up this corner just a little bit. So vertical. Can you see how it the vignettes in towards the snowman. I'm so like hyped up about doing it this way. I considered coming over the top with pastels on the snowman, and I still might do that. I don't know. I don't know. Or I might grab my Prismacolors. I don't know if we're going to do that today. My goal for today is to finish the background and really make it look like it's snowing back there. I am thinking about using my stickles. Is that what it's called? That my awesome new friends told me I should get because I want to make it look like snow back there. Is that what you guys do? How do you use it? Do you have a tutorial on stickles? Can you tell me what it is? I don't think I want to go in blind on this one and just go for it, even though that's definitely my personality. I think I want to have a little bit more of a plan because I love how this page is coming out. Not that we could ever really ruin anything unless we give up. Then we're not really ruining, we've just given up. I want to put a little bit more on the sideways. Yeah, see how that makes it look like there's been branches back there? What a cool effect. And just a little bit right here, so that when we come over the top with the final layer on him, this little grandpa snowman, looks like a grandpa to me, he's going to pop out even more because he's going to be so light against a little bit darker background. But I don't want the background to be so dark, if that makes sense. I'm going to take my cloth and just wipe my hands off, but I'm not afraid. I am drinking a smoothie while I'm doing this. I'm not drinking wine yet. It's early, friends. Okay. I think I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in with a 115. That's how I put a lot of the definition on these. I think I'm going to put my rag right here just so I don't mess up that other page. The other page is really cute. Not that I'm really afraid of messing it up. And what I'm doing here is putting little horizontal strokes. I'm not looking to draw the whole thing because that is not the way we see. It's better to have spaces in between because this is farther away, so we need to remember that. Even in pastel, I build layers because I'm a layerist. I just love being able to think as I go and work things out in the middle of doing something. It's a very different approach than watercolor. Watercolor is not my favorite medium in a lot of ways because you have to have something figured out. I mean, you don't have to, but it's better if you have something figured out. And I don't like figuring things out in the beginning, like the whole entire thing. Look at how that looks like there's a tree back there. And actually, let's do something else that's cool. Let's go back in with that 103 and let's just put in, see how I'm doing that? I'm skipping. And it doesn't have to be straight, right? Because trees are not straight. I am going to just blend it a little bit. Oh yeah. I'm working out how, oh, that's really crooked, but that's okay. And I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. Oh yeah. I like that. And when we come over the top with this, I'm probably going to extend the snow out, but let's just bring this down. Okay. I kind of want this. I want to see this trunk, I think. I think I like it like that. I want to see it. But you can decide. And it might not look that great right now, but when we come back over the top, and we're going to do that right now, I'm going to grab that 115 again and making sure I'm going in the middle so it's not like this solid line. And I'm going to bring these branches down low, like it would be in the forest, in the snowman forest. Oh yeah, I'm really liking that. Just like that, we've got a happy little tree. I'm going to go in with the 095. And this is kind of like the snow color. I want you to look at that. Like, I'm just going kind of on top of that blue and stippling in the middle. I did get white also. I might use white. It wasn't on my sheet originally, but look at how white that looks. Like we're probably not going to need it, but just in case, I did get it. And I'm thinking about a shape of a tree and how the branches kind of splay out like that. You could look at a reference. You could look at Sarah Renee Clark's color card. You see how it kind of like goes down like that? It doesn't have to be exact because no two trees are identical, right? They're just like people. Like even identical twins are different in some way. We can have the same genes for things, but we could still be very different. You see how that trunk behind it is really just like you just believe it's a tree because it's behind this. These birds are really going to pop when we come. See, I smeared it there purposefully. When we bring them in on top of, they're not on this tree, but in front of. I use the words on top a lot of times because I'm thinking as a layerist, what sits on front, what sits on top of each thing. So like the background is below, the tree trunk is on top of that, the leaves are on top of that. Does that make sense? I love hanging out with you guys on Sunday, just chatting, hanging out. I love it. It is so much fun for me. Okay, I do want this to come off the page. And I think I'm going to come in with a little bit dark inside of there too. So I'm going to grab the second darkest color I'm using, the 104, and just add a little bit of variation in here. Ooh, this is a really great evergreen tree color. I just want to make it a little bit thicker, and I do want it to come off the page. You see how I'm doing that? Kind of going down, 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 bring up behind him, down, down. This is so much fun. I needed this. I needed this in my life today, friends. I'm really enjoying planning a lot of these videos. I think this one that I'm filming right now, I'm not going to do a premiere with it, but you guys are going to see this at the regularly scheduled time that we decided on, which is 2 p.m. on Sunday. So of course, I'm filming this in advance because how on earth could I get it out to you at that time? So we're going to take my grandson. He is almost 9 months old. He is the cutest little thing. We're going to take him and my other grandson, who's 9, to see Santa at the Children's Museum on Sunday. I'm a member there, and this is going to be my youngest grandson's first trip to see Santa. So obviously, I need to be there. I'm going to go in with that darkest color, the 103, and I'm going to just intentionally add in a little bit more of that trunk. Does this style of painting or coloring, is it scary to you? When I first started painting, I was terrible. Like I don't know if I've ever seen anyone as bad as I was. You know what it took to be able to get better? Perseverance. Just keep doing it. The more you do it, the better you're going to get. I am going to use this color a little bit. I just want to add a little bit of like depth by putting just a little bit. And I'm thinking about putting it underneath the blue that I just did and underneath the white. It might be kind of hard to see with that. So if you're not sure, just don't put a lot on and think about the white being above it. Put it on top. So if we're thinking about a vertical tree, the white should be what's on the very top of all of the diagonal lines. And I'm going to show you what I mean. So if I'm doing the branches like this, and I have the darkest color, Then I'm going to get the next darkest color. You could do it in any order, and that's going to be above it. Do you see that? Then I'm going to get the next darkest color, next lightest color, good grief, and that's going to be above that. Then I'm going to get the next one, and that's going to sit on the very tippy top. That is what's going to give the look of depth. I hope that makes sense. Now, where was I? I was using the darkest. And coming in sideways, thinking about. Now, pastels will smear. I like that. Sorry, birds. I will get you. I'll get you again. Don't you worry. Here, I'm thinking about, I just want to make sure I have the branches going out far enough. Yeah, see how that's making it look like it's wider? And I'm not doing it straight. Coming down with it is more like how a tree grows. Yeah, that was like a hole right there, and we don't want that. Okay, wow. Wow, if I say so myself. Now I'm going to go in with that second to lightest color, the 095. This is because we haven't been using white. So it is actually the lightest color on the chart. And just like I just showed on the other paper, I'm putting this on top. Wow. It's such a quick and I want to say easy. Do you think? I think it's easy. What do you guys think? Covering up those circles that Hannah gave us because I'm not really sure. I guess that's snow. That's what I'm going to doing it myself. I don't need this. I don't need the circles. I'm not really a fan of circles anyway. And I don't know why. I don't know why, friends. I'll have to put that hand back in. I'm not worried about it, like the snowman's hand. Back and look. Oh, I love that. I love that effect. Okay. I'm going to take this cloth. Boy, look at how dirty my hands are. I'm going to just clean up a little bit. Just a little. Because pastel is essentially like dust, you can wipe it away pretty easy. I see in here is a little bit too much empty space. So I'm going to just take the darkest color, just fill it in a little bit and use my little finger. Yeah, I like that better because it was like a hole, like a blank space in there that I didn't like. Now I'm going to take that 095 and just put the snow on it. Sorry, bird. It's hard to work around stuff because I'm working around these birds. Like if I'm doing a painting, there's no birds yet. You know, I'm doing this and then I put the birds on top. Okay, I'm going to say I like that a lot. So now we're going to do the trees on the other side. Are you enjoying this video? If you are, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up. Okay. So I'm going to go in and put these trunks in again. You could do this first. You could do the leaves first. I do vary it. I don't always do it the exact same way. I am going to put this one in at the same time because it's so close to it. I do like that. That's going to really have this pop out. Okay. Now we're going to take the second darkest color, the 104. And I'm going to start, let's see, I'll start with this one. And remember, it's off of the page. All of those layers underneath are going to shine through. So you decide, how wide do you want this tree to be? There is no right or wrong way to do this. And I know that that can seem scary, because if you're not sure how to do it, couldn't you potentially do it wrong? I'm going to argue no. Boy, I'm looking at it through my camera lens and it looks great. Like, if I was doing this with a pencil, it's going to take forever. But with a pastel, it just happens like magic. Again, I have to go around all this stuff, so it is a little bit more tedious because of that, if that's the right word. And it's harder to see, like the angle is going down, but that's what I'm trying to do. So this tree is shorter, taller, shortest, second tallest. I did that so it creates a like triangular effect to center on the snowman, because the snowman is my focal point. The top of the evergreen trees are going to have narrower. It's going to be closer to the I was going to say spine, to the trunk. And as you go down the tree, it gets wider. Angle your pastel downward, because that is how the tree, the leaves hang on these trees. And again, I'm not looking at a reference photo. I am a reference photo type of a gal, but for something like this, I don't find that I need it, because I'm not doing this in great detail. It's more a vibe. And I'm not going to do anything really back there. Actually, I'm lying. I think I'm going to just put just a little bit like this. Watch how cool this is. And I'm not going to smear that away. Okay, by me just doing a little bit here and there, I think that's good. Except I like odd numbers, so we're going to do. Okay, maybe a little bit over here, just like that. Okay, I think I like that. I'm really going by how I feel inside. Now I'm going to go in with a 115. It's very like methodical, I feel like, or I don't know, you would think I would like mandalas then if I like doing something like this, where it's just, you lay this color in, then you lay that color in. And it's like doing this like a repetition. That's the word I'm thinking of. But I do not really like mandalas at all. And I'm not really sure how I'm going to like preserve this page. When I've worked with pastels, it's hard to get in that spine. So I'm going to have to do it like lay my pencil this the other way. Okay, I'm going to go with that. That looks good. I always put my pastels behind glass, but this isn't a book. So what do I do? Help. What do you guys do to preserve your pages? Like, the fixative is okay, but mine still smears. Maybe I'm just not putting it on thick enough. I used to use fixative, but I wasn't as concerned with doing a million layers because it was behind glass, like UV protected glass. Like, when I did pastels in the past, it was really for landscapes and people. I did a lot of people. So I see that I need a little bit more here, because I don't want there to be like a space behind the candy cane. So I'm finding it hard to kind of get the sideways motion. So sometimes I will do this, but I'm doing little strokes. When I come in with the snow, when the snow is put on top of this tree, it's going to look fabulous. And see, I did that. You just do that then. It's all good. Okay, now I'm doing two trees at once here. Why not? Now I'm going to do the same thing here. Thinking about that top part too, just like that. You see how it's an imperfect shape? That's what you want. Coming down, making sure it looks like it's going behind the snowman. So I'm going to have to get it a little bit on the snowman in order to do that. And I'll wipe it off. This is a reason why I really like soft pastels versus oil pastels. Oil pastels are super messy, and I've just never really been a fan of them, interestingly. I've spoken about that before. It's kind of funny because I love oil paint so much, but the pastels, they've never really been my jam. But the soft pastels, absolutely. Okay, I like that. When I come back over with the white, I'm going to help this to look better. And I'm going to put a little bit, because we're made like what looks like branches back there. It's more haphazard. And I think I'm going to smear these a little bit. So to do that, you can either use your hand, you could use a tissue. So I'm going to just blot instead of going side to side because I want to keep the shape. So those back ones, I'm just blotting. Oh, see, that looks good. And maybe I rushed it with the blot because I want to put the snow on. So I'm going in with the 095 and I'm going to start on this side. I'm trying to be careful not to get more of the pastel on the snowman, but if it happens, it happens. And remembering it's coming off the page, trying to find the best place to put my hand, maybe there. Angling it down. Angling it down. Oh, yeah. Every single time I do this, I swear it hypes me up. I'm thinking about which tree is in front of the other. I need to think about that right now. I've got this trunk all the way there. So this one would be in front then. So I'm going to do this tree first. Always thinking about what is in front of the other, although it's kind of just like a blur, which is fine. The tree is not the focal point. The snowman is. Almost like I'm tap, 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 tap. I have to lose some of that candy cane. It's okay. Because we used polychromos, I can bring it back. I love those pencils. Okay, I really like that. Maybe a little bit more there. Now we're going to come down and do this one. And when we come in with the darker color, I'm going to make sure it goes in front of that. And I might not even put any more on that one. We're going to have to do something to bring that arm back. It's okay. Okay. I take this. See, friends? It's like magic. Don't be afraid. We can get him back. We can get him back. We lost his little arm, but I'm going to go in. I'm going to get it back. But first, we need darker. See how we have darker in that tree and it just really looks good? I'm going to go in with the darkest, 103, and I'm going to start. I said I wasn't going to, but I am. I'm going to put a little bit of more dark on this one and even a little bit more of the trunk. Yeah, I like that. Right there. It is a lot harder because the snowman is there already. Now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. This is where we're really going to be able to show that this is in front. You could use an even like a slightly lighter color for the one back there to have it look like the depth, the perspective, even more so. But I wanted to keep this simple with the, what am I trying to say here? With the color palette, so we don't need as many colors. It's kind of like I want to go straight through it, so I'm going to, because I'll bring it back. Because this, I know it's scary, friends, just do it. It's going to make this one look like it's splaying out. It's just going to be easier to do it this way. But it can be scary to do this because you're going right over the drawing and right on the bottom, because it's for the depth part of it. Okay, now we need to go in with the snow again, the 095, and really paying attention here. Coming across. Okay, looking over here, I see I'm going to need some of that second darkest color, the 104, and I might have to go fix this page again because there's so much smearing. So let me look at this. I'm going to go in with my little tissue. You see how easily that comes right back in? There we go. Get his little arm. Perfect. I guess I shouldn't use the word perfect because there's no such thing. And let's have him right over here. This is in front. I do want to smear this, and I'm going to come over the top with this too, and I do want to do something with this edge. It's bothering me that I can't get all the way in that spine. So I'm just going to use my finger just to soften it a little bit. I'll definitely soften this a little bit more than I wanted right there, but that's okay. I'm going to use my finger. Use my finger right there. And I'm looking. This over here needs work. See how much better this one looks? I think in order to achieve this, I'm going to have to fix this page again because there's so much, let me blow, so much color on this page. Nothing else can be laid down. But before I do that, I want to come back over the top with the snow on this part. So I'm going to do the 095 and I'm going to just horizontal strokes. And I do want to yeah, you can lay it sideways a little bit like this too. When you smear it like that, it doesn't have the effect of like chunky snow, which is okay because we can do that with the pencils. See, it will not take any more color. So when we come, I'm pressing kind of hard. I really like doing like snow shapes. Like, see how my I want to say pencil, but it's not, it's kind of jagged. Low on it. Okay, I like that. We're going to have some work to do here, but I'm not afraid. Use my cloth now. We still have that candy cane. We did not lose it. This snow is in front of that tree. This is in front of that tree. And I might end up taking my pencils and making this a little bit more pronounced back there like we did with this, or we could even do that with the eraser. I'm looking over here to see, I want to do something right there because it's really annoying to me. You see that? So I think just with the book angled like this, I can't get in there. Do I just have to give up on it, friends? I don't know. I'm a very determined individual. I do think I'm going to put a little bit more. I know I keep saying I'm going to go fix the page, but I'm going to do this first. I'm going to put this trunk in a little bit more. Yeah, just like that. It gives the illusion that it goes all the way up and you don't have to do a lot of it. The little tippy top up over there. I really like that. I think it could use a little bit more. Yeah, just like that. I'm looking. I think I could do a little bit right there. This trunk that I'm putting right here is also going to help to draw your eye to the birds because it's more pronounced of an area. And right there. I like that. I need to make that a little bit wider. Take this cloth. Okay. Looking. Trying to get in that daggone spine is like impossible. I'm angling it downward. Like that. Okay. A little bit here. A little bit here. I'm thinking about the way that like the different, if you think about a Christmas tree, how there's different groups of leaves of the pine, the needles, that's what I'm looking at here. If you make a few look like they're defined, it gives the illusion that they all are without you having to do it all. This right here is a little bit of a mess, so I'm going to go in with the 115 and just define. Oh, that looks good. Define it. Do it in the middle. I think this is the color that we needed here to really bring this tree forward. I sure hope this is being picked up on camera because I can see it in life. It's like, it's what we needed. And thinking if it's coming down like this, it's going to be like this way. I know I don't complete sentences all the time, friends. I'm sorry. It's my brain. This is just like you are inside my brain right now, seeing the way I see things as I'm coloring and painting. Now I'm going to go in with the 095 and I'm just going to add a little bit of, oh yeah, in the middle to be like it's on the trunk. Oh, I love that. Just like that. A little bit here. It's kind of muddy right here, so I'm going to fix it and it's going to be better. There's going to be some texture on this page. Yeah, see how I put it even on the trunk? I kind of like that. Yeah. And maybe even here. You know how it kind of ends up, it ends up being like the trunk is filled with snow, like it's up the side of it. I love that concept. We don't want it to stop right short of the candy cane, so you're going to have to go over it. Okay? And you come in with your tissue or your brush or something, your finger, and just wipe it away from it. Okay. I'm going to wipe it away right there. Let me look at it. Right here, we're short. You see, it's stopping short of the snowman. I'm going to go in with that 104. I don't have to do a lot. Okay? Just extend it so that it goes, we're going to wipe it away from the snowman. 0.95 on top. Okay, now we're going to take our cloth. You see how much better that looks right there. It's making it so the snowman is in front. Okay, I'm really liking that. I'm going to have to fix this. And we're going to have texture, and I'm not afraid. So I'm going to go spray this page again, and I will be right back. I think I am going to go in with white. We're going to just go for it, friends. This is 120. I did fix the page, but it's still coming off a little bit, but I could smear it a little bit. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I got to figure out what I'm going to do to be able to finish the snowman, but I'm like in love with this background. All right, let me stand up. Okay. I want to just put a little bit here. Oh yeah, okay. I don't want to use too much of this white because it is like seriously intense. So I'm thinking about just a little bit there. Remember, this one goes off the page. You don't want to overdo it with the white. You're going to lose the effectiveness if everything is white. And for the one in the back, I think that's all I'm going to do. Just by doing the very tippy top, and the rest of it is this tree. That is how we're going to bring this tree forward. Don't overdo it. Oh, I like that. I'm glad I have the white. I wasn't sure. The unevenness is what will set you free. To get in there, it's like this daggone spine is in my way. A little bit like that. Move my chair again, and right here. Okay, I really like that. Something over here has to shift a little bit, so I think I like that, actually. I just know like snow kind of piles up a little bit on some of the branches and it makes them like heavy. And this, I'm almost going in like and doing like dots. I mean, they're not dots, but like for the, to kind of show like there's a clump right there. I really like the white. Put a little bit because snow is going to hang at the top, the brighter snow, right? Don't overdo this. I can't say that enough because if you put too much of this, you're not going to have the depth, but just a little bit, you get the depth. It can be helpful to look at reference photos to see, like, what does it really look like? And squint your eyes because it doesn't look like how we think it looks. But the best piece of advice I could ever give is just don't be afraid. Just do it. The worst thing is you wipe it off. This is pastel. You can so easily wipe it off. And if you absolutely hate everything you did, wipe it all off, fix the page, and go over it with like a marker or something. Wow, that has really come to life. This tree still needs something. I think I'm going to go in. This is what happens, friends. This is the way my brain works. I'm going to go in with that darkest color, 103, and I'm just going to just add just a little bit more. I think it just needs a little bit more definition here and there. Okay, I think I like that. Okay. I think I'm going to take this white and I'm going to make an executive decision here. And I'm going to just make a snow mound like around that tree. So you know how snow kind of does that? Like it, and kind of do the same thing on this side. Wow, this is really white. And I'm not going to smear this. So what do I want to do? Do I want to just get rid of all the work I did yesterday? I don't know, friends. I'm kind of vibing this right now. It's like messy looking, but I like it. It's not going down over the pencil very well. So I'm not going to do that because then I'm doing it for nothing. So I'm going to keep that in the distance. So what I'm going to do is use this cloth. Okay. And I am going to just smear that. Just see, when you smear it, it goes away. So I don't want to smear it. Okay. Change of plans. I'm going to just do that and leave that as a harder edge. I keep erasing the part that I want to keep. Why, my friends? Okay. Good grief, Tara. Now, I want that to be horizontal though. There we go. Now, when we come over with this snow with the polychromos, it's really going to pop. Smear that. Looking to see, smear that. I want to be very careful here because I don't want to mess up everything I did back there. But remember, you can't really mess it up, right? I actually did. I did. So take the white, just like that. I actually going to take the darker color, the 103. You are literally in my head right now, watching how I think things through. I hope like you are here for that and you're not like, I don't want to see this. I'm going to take that. Let's see. I'm going to take the needs a little bit more of the blue, 115. I'm here for that, just a little bit. I'm just thinking about more about color right now, for color variation. All right, I like that. And I think just a little bit. Let me stand back. I am definitely vibing that. Man, I'm just covered in charcoal. All right, let's see. Don't want to smear everything I've done. So guess what? I'm going to go do one more time. I say one more time, but I'm probably going to do it another time after that too. I'm going to go fix this. Paying particular attention, not to the snowman. It's kind of hard to avoid the snowman. I just want to get so the biggest pieces will be stuck on the page. What do you think of this so far? Do you love it? I'll be right back. Okay, so I fixed the page. How fabulous does this look so far? The other thing I've done is we're not going to do any more polychromos. I need to be in and out with this. So I found suitable Prismacolors. So if you want to do a screen grab of this page, I will also try to put everything in the description box, but there's a lot of colors here, friends, and I might mess one up. So as you can see, the colors are all listed. This is for the candy cane. I feel like it's close. We're not going to get exact match. This is for the snowman, so it's close. The carrot. And then for the birds is right here. I wrote PC112, but it's PC1012. And it's PC1034. I forgot the 0. I don't know why. I did not get my button colors because I might be able to work that out. I do need to grab the black. I do need to grab black, but I'm going to start first. All right. So taking my reddish colors, and let's see. These are the colors. And I'm also going to use white. So I'm going to start with the darker color. PC1031. Oh yeah, already I can tell this was the right move. I'm glad I started with the polychromos. That's actually one of my favorite things to do, is to base with polychromos and then come over the top with Prismacolors. If you don't have Prismacolors, you can use any softer wax-based pencil. I am thinking about doing like head-to-head battles with different mediums. Is there any one in particular that you would like me to do? I am already planning, and I think I'm going to film it later if I have time. The Ohuhu oil-based versus the polychromos. I know a lot of my new friends have been asking for it, and I want to do it. I did swatch them. I swatched them out. Proud of myself for that. I used to think it was a waste of time. It is not a waste of time. I am using Hannah's lines a little bit because I do like the crumpled effect that it gets. We're going to bust through this. It's not going to take much more because we have so much color down. What we're looking to do now is really just make this snowman pop. I really like that. And I like to kind of define the bottom edge. So this is where the light is. I'm trying to be mindful not to touch back there, but it's not going to be necessarily easy. So I'm kind of keeping my hand on the snowman and using it as an anchor for my other hand. So little circles. We already have the dimension and the depth with the polychromos. This is just to make the color richer, which is one of the things I love using the Prismacolors for. But if we were to go all Prismas, we're going to whittle down these pencils, and the polychromos, they can take a lot. I do want the edge near the snowman with the, I like that white, but I want it to be a little bit darker, thinking about shadows. Remember, we made this right side edge of this piece of the scarf like it's behind this one, so it's going to be a little bit darker. And then I'm just following the same placement of the shadows that I started on the live stream, and really just looking at how can I make this look like it's doing this? Does that make sense? I didn't do anything with this tassel yesterday, so I'm going to do it now. Oh, yeah. Thinking about this edge being, it's going to be more in shadow. And now coming up over the top, I'm using my arm, so I'm not touching the page. Little circles. We're not going to need much, friends, just a little. I love this color. I do find it helpful to have a plan sometimes. Sometimes I don't want a plan. The inside part, the way that this scarf is, it's going to be sticking out more towards us. So that's going to be lighter naturally. I do have to figure out what am I going to do so this doesn't smear, because there is so much. There's so much. I don't know if I have to just go super heavy with the fixative, but I don't want to do that until I'm done. I don't think I've ever used this much fixative. I know the Fox I used a lot, but this I feel like I'm using even more. I really like that. It's just a little bit too pronounced there. I do want this to be, because it's lower down. I don't want to draw the eye away from the snowman. I want to draw the eye towards the snowman. We have so much color on the snowman that I think we might only need to use a little bit of the other colors and the blue. I said I like that edge, but now I'm changing my mind. It's too harsh. Let me step back and look. Oh yeah, I'm really liking that. So, put a little bit more here. We are finishing this page today, or at least I am. I've got to finish something. There's all these other ones I want to do in this book. I don't know which ones I'm going to do first. I really want to do the schnauzer, like badly. I'm not sure the medium. I might go in with water, like a Neocolor 2s. Maybe I'll do the Darwins. Maybe I'll do the Darwins. Depending on when you watch this, it might already be there. You might already be done with it. Look at this fabulous color. Okay, while I still have this color, I'm going to come up here and just put a little bit more. It goes down so nice. Remember, this hat is in front of those trees. Friends, I'm trying so hard not to go outside the lines. Remember, with me doing paintings, there are no lines. I'm creating the lines, so I'm not ever going outside of them because they're mine. So this is harder. Your girl finds it harder. Like that hard edge like that. All right. Now I'm going to go in with the lighter color. Wow, this snowman is so stinking cute. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, while we have the same color, let's go ahead and get this. Let's get the candy cane. Let's bring it back. I love mixed media. It really hypes me up. I mean, a lot of things hype me up. You could, I guess, come bring this back in with like gel pens or something. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that on this page. I'm really liking the vibe of the hyper realistic. I know that's shocking. Totally shocking. I'm okay with this being darker than that because I want you to look at the snowman's face. And that's like the first thing I'm looking at is the snowman's face. I'm going to go in now with that lighter color. Focus. The PC928. I feel like I keep struggling with how I want to set up the focus on my camera because if I make it so that I'm going to go right on top, I'm being careful where I put my hand. This is going to be a lighter spot. If I make it continuous focusing, it's focusing on my pencil or whatever I'm doing with my hand so much of the time.
So, well, I don't know when that changed, but that was not the case. So
If you can hear that, Tom's on the phone, constantly working, like I told you. Usually the AI can get rid of it, but not all the time. I do like that. I think I might have done a little bit too much. It's a bit too much of a bright spot. So I am going to come over the top with the darker again when I'm done with this. I'm thinking about the center. And I don't want it everywhere. We're not going to need a lot of this color because there's so much color underneath. So I'm not going to do any more on that scarf. I like it like that. And just a little bit on the candy cane. Okay, I'm going to go back in with the PC1031. I just did a little bit too much here. Yeah. There we go. I can't really put any more down. I purposefully tried to not spray the snowman, so maybe I should have tried to spray him more. But I'm okay. I think I like that like that. I could try a colorless blender, but I think I'm going to leave that for right now. Right now I'm feeling I need a quick win. So I am going to go in with the 1002, the yellowish color for this carrot. And this is like the darker color of it, the brighter rather. Oh yeah. I feel like I nailed the colors that are very similar to what we were using. I love that. Now remember that we had some of this, did we? We did not. Okay, this one was not on the birds. This was the one that was similar to the 113. So the 1002. So this we did not have on there. I'm going to go in a little darker, the 1034, and put this on the bottom. There's so much pigment on this page, and I'm here for it. While we have this color, I'm going to put this on the bird's chest and its wings. There we go. The underneath part, I want to do the darker color, and its head, I want to do the lighter color. So we're going to grab the 1012. This is going both on the birds and on top of the carrot. So we'll do the carrot first. The very tippy top. And I want to do this for the bird's face. Yeah, just to kind of make it shine through. I'm going to put a little bit of this on the top of the chest. Those birds are stinking cute. Yeah, we're not going to be able to put much more color down. I'm colored out over here. Go in with the darkest, the light umber, PC941, and this is for the bottom part of the feathers, the tail rather. I'm going to put a little bit here, little strokes, and a little bit on the wing. You've heard me talk about this before. It's unification. Put a little bit around its eye. Like, I can't get it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to have to do some magic here. Okay. I do really like that. I want the birds are in front of the snow, so we need to bring that back. While we have this color, trying to see where the stick was. There we go. And it looks like its little foot. I'll just go right over it and bring it back later. Oh, I like that. Okay. While I have this color, remember this is in front of that tree. You could totally mask the page if this is too nerve-wracking for you. My brain just doesn't really do that. You could do the buttons. I'm going to put just a little bit of color. Kind of on the bottom part and leave the top for the light. I'm doing very light pressure. I really like that. Let's get a quick win and go in with the darker green color, the 1090. I'm glad I wiped it off so I can see where it is. What I'm doing here is I really want to make sure this is in front of the tree. I'm trying to follow where I put the shadow before, but it's hard to see because, of course, I went right over it with the pastels. That would be in shadow. Now I'm going to grab the lightest green color, the 1096, and I'm going to just kind of think about where would it be? It'd be there. Right over here would probably be getting light, right here. If you would like a more in-depth tutorial on how I do shading, like shadows and light, let me know and I will make that happen. Oh, this snowman is so stinking cute. Now we're going to go in. Let's grab our white, the PC938. Let's start over here with the candy cane. Remembering there would be shadows because of its stick hand. There we go. I like that. Thinking about putting some of this, because this is in front of the red part, and of course I went outside the lines. I'm just getting some color on. Same with right here. Okay. I want to bring this area of its face brighter with circles. And now I'm going to go in with PC919. This is that second to darkest blue color. And I'm going to just put a little bit, remembering the angle that we did on the live stream. Same over here. I really like using blue because blue is such a cold color. What was Jess from Coloring Bumblebee saying? Well, it's shocking that snowman is cold because of all the ice. That was funny. Jess, you're funny. You can absolutely make a snowman look not as cold. Like there's a difference between having something look cold and something just being like frozen. I'll make a little bit of shadow around the eyes, underneath the nose, and right over here. Putting a little bit more here, remembering this is going to be below this part of the snowman. And right here. And at the bottom. I want to get some in this corner. And right over here. It's looking really good. Now I want to put this color on the snow back here, just a little bit. Thinking about the bottom part it's going to be there. Maybe this little, not like it's a guy. The bottom part. I know I'm going pretty fast. I'm super inspired. That's why I am going to put some of this right here. And soften this edge right there, just like that. I like that. Just like this. Looking at the lines that Hannah gives us, but I'm not like married to those lines, if that makes sense. I'm going to even go right outside the line, right over here. I actually like that so much. I don't want to change this edge, but maybe right over here, put some of that blue. Because I liked the way it looked here. Here. This. You could follow all of her lines if you want. I like to think about where I think it should be. I'm going to stand up and look at it. Oh, it's really coming along. The snowman is totally popping towards the foreground. I hope it's coming across. I'm going to grab that darkest color, the PC103. And I'm just thinking about, I don't want this everywhere. I just want to define some areas. Like right there. This, like we started on the live stream, to make it more of a triangle. If you didn't watch that, I would go back and watch it because we really go through a lot. We don't want this everywhere. This is pretty bright blue. We are going to blend it. I'm going to get the gray color here in a second. Right down over here. That's probably maybe a little bit. Unification. Always thinking about having everything cohesive. Now we're going to go in with the PC1052. This is that darker gray color. Little circles. Blending with this pencil. It's a little bit too dark for right there, so I did a little bit to test it. Looks good. While I have this, I'm going to just put a little bit on the buttons. Remember what I said about you don't want color in just one spot? I wasn't planning on finishing the snowman today, but by golly, we're committed now. I've been at this for, I feel like hours, but maybe it's not been that long. But I've also been planning it, so picking out all the colors with the Prismacolors, it just took a while. I started off with my smoothie, and now I'm ready for lunch. Ready for lunch. I'm going to be making some lasagna soup later. Oh, it is so good. I do have that recipe on my Dining with Tara YouTube channel. I don't know if it's on my website yet. Dining with Tara website. I've been trying to add all my recipes on there. It's just everything always takes a lot longer than expected. And I'm doing so many things. And no matter what, I'm going to be coloring, friends. That's a given. Okay. Just really thinking about shadows. Be right there. Because it's behind it. I really like to do the little circles. Maybe right over here. Maybe a little bit. I think I'm going to use the same color and just put a little bit of this. Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm here for that. Just a little bit here and there, because remember, this is, it's like one of those, it's like a knit hat, but it's like you could stick your fingers in it and squish inside of there. Am I making sense here? So I'm thinking about where it's going to stick out and where it's not. And if you're not sure, just do a little bit here and there. And I'm going to do the same thing here. The bottom is usually darker, maybe the left side. And it is kind of dark, right? It's dark here. I'm going to put some of this color on the candy cane. Thinking about the left-hand side to give some dimension. Now I'm going to grab the lighter color, the PC1050. This is the lightest color on the snowman except white. So we started out there and we're gradually coming in towards the center with little circles. I did have to change up the way I normally blend because there's so much color down, where maybe I would start with the middle color, and there's different ways of doing things. And I'm feeling like we're not going to be able to get as much down because this is paper. The paper is not going to let us. It's not going to let us, friends. You see how I'm softening those hard edges? When we come over with this white, oh my goodness, it's going to like be set up. Set up? It's going to pop. Pop, pop, pop. A little bit of this there. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. It makes me think of the music I listened to when I was growing up. There's a lot of pigment right there. It won't take it. Softening this edge with little circles. Come up over here. You see how I'm really keeping it towards the outside, and I'm leaving the center part with much less. It's going to make it look round. I'm going to put a little bit inside of there. I don't want to smear all that red, but it would be a little darker because the scarf is hanging for a little bit of a shadow. And I kind of like if a little bit of the red color gets on the snow because it would be like reflecting. And then put some of this here. Softening the different edges. A little bit right over there. I love painting. I love coloring. I am here for it. Now we're going to grab the white PC938, and I'm going to really center it up over here. make this a little bit softer of an edge by coming around. Oh, I like that. Right over here. You could see how much wax is coming off. Another great piece of advice I feel is just to keep trying, keep experimenting and giving yourself space so that it doesn't have to be perfect. Because if I'm thinking something has to be perfect, I'm never going to do anything because I'm not perfect. I want this white to be on top, just like how we did it with the trees back there. And I'm not doing it everywhere. You could come in with pastel and add some details with that, and that could be fabulous. I wonder if gel pens can go over so much pigment. I really haven't used them very much. I never used gel pens when I did paintings because I'm using paint. So I don't know. Because I want to give some reflections. I can see, oh, I like it with this. Maybe I don't need a gel pen. I like that. I want this to be a little bit more pronounced right here. Like I'm making it almost like a hard edge. That's in shadow. Coming down over here, little circles. Softening. The middle part is going to be the brightest because it's round. I do want to bring this color up over here. Yeah, see how I'm getting it and I'm pulling it down to soften it? Some hard edges, some soft edges. It's like gliding over the snowman. I love it. The snowman has so much dimension. Did you catch my other snowman tutorial where I used alcohol markers? That was really fun. I showed you 2 different ways to do the snowman. One more of like a cute and cozy, and one more realistic and with blending. That snowman is from one of my books, my word search coloring books. If you don't have the book, I give you a download so that you can follow along. If you missed that, I would definitely check it out. I'm going to put some of this here. Remember, we can always go in with our eraser. How did I forget that? Let me stand back and look. Wow, that's looking really great. I'm going to grab my black and the eraser. I grabbed my black PC935, and I'm going to put a little bit, just a little bit here and there on the buttons, really thinking about the lower edge and maybe a little bit in the middle. And I'm going to just see, is this going to be too dark back here? Let's try it. I don't want a lot, just a little. Oh, I like it. Not a lot, just a little bit. Little circles. I'm using pretty light pressure, and I'm following Hannah's lines. Kind of this edge down here, maybe right here, and right there. I think I like that. I might want to just do just a little bit. Yeah, just to make this look like it's in front, because this is closer than that. And maybe right there. I'm going to do a little bit, just a little bit in that corner, a little bit there and on the bottom. Same thing over here. A little bit right here, because this would be blocking it a little bit. This is just a very quick way to do shadows. I don't want to spend too much time on it, if that makes sense. Maybe this little corner, the left side, the bottom side. I do want to emphasize this stick a little bit with this. I'm thinking about the bottom edge, but I may not It's like so skinny. Like that. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Thinking about, I don't have to just draw a straight line. I do want to use this black, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to on its little beak. Oh, yeah. Do its claws. I lost these claws, and that's okay. It's okay. I'm going to put a little bit of this for the shadow part right underneath the tail. These birds are tiny. We don't have to do a lot. Like, that's probably good enough. Maybe a little bit for the wing. And underneath its neck, just a little bit. Okay. Do I want this anywhere else? Maybe a little bit more here on the bottom side of the buttons. A little bit to define like the holes on the buttons or the inside part. Oh, we got to do its eyes. How did I miss this? Oh, yeah. See, this is going down really well. Get its little coal mouth. Really? You know what I'm going to say, right? I'm really liking that. Let me look. Do I want any of this black on the actual snowman? I don't think so. I think black is going to be a little too harsh, but I do think I want a little bit of this black in select areas over here, just because this is more in shadow. And which one of these is on top? I think this one is on top. Yeah, there we go. Because this is in shadow right here. What else do we have to do? That little bird is just, those two little birds are so stinking cute. Let's go in with that lighter color, the 1034, just to do like the top part of the branch here and there. Yeah, I like that better. So it's not just like this dark um, black line. And let's put a little bit of this on the buttons right there. This is actually going to warm it up a bit. Okay, looking around. Let's grab that PC938 and just fix this. And see. Let's actually put a little bit of the white. Oh, yeah. So that it looks like there's maybe a little bit of snow on the twig. Love it. I'm kind of pressing into it because there's so much on here. And I'm good with that one's foot just being gone. Maybe it's behind. Put a little bit of this on its head. Where else? Right here. There. Maybe just a little bit. I don't want to muddy it. Just a little bit there. I think I want to go in with that lighter green color, the 1096, and just put just a little bit more here. Finishing paintings, or apparently coloring pages, is I have a hard time finishing. I just want to keep going. This is the only place we have green. So I am going to just put just a little bit on these buttons. It can really help a page to feel unified if you only have something in one select place. And I'm going to put a little bit, even though it doesn't make sense, on the twig. The other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take that PC 938, the white. I'm not trying to put white on this. I'm just making it so this is in front. Actually, I like that. It's in front of the twig. The twig is behind it. You got to choose what's in front of what. Make this a little bit softer. Define this edge. Oops, I went too far. So then I'm just going to go with it, since I did it. Make it look intentional. Just like that. There we go. Step back and look at it. I think it just needs, let's try this. Should we do it? I think we should. I'm going to do, whoops, just a little bit on the right side of that candy cane. This had just a little bit too much, so I'm just going to do this. A little bit up here. See here. Something like this. I don't want to erase what I have behind it. Remember, I did fix the page. Let's see. I am going to go in and I'm going to put this tree behind that because there's a space. So I'm going to do that. I don't think I can smear that. I'm going to take, this is the 095. That's better. It was just too much. Like I could notice that and I didn't like that. So I want to bring any highlights out down here, maybe right over here with the eraser. I'm going to go in with that PC 938 white, little circles. It will not take any more, so I'm trying to think. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the 120 of the pastel, and
I think he's following me now.
I'm going for it, friends. I'm going for it. It feels like the right move. I'm stippling.
Sure. I'll talk to him.
Stippling. Stippling. Remembering that snow is kind of like clumps together. Like the snowman is one big clump. I'm half feeling like I should put some of this on him, but I really love the way the snowman looks, so I don't think I'm going to do that. And I'll decide how much of this I want to smooth out, if I want to smooth anything out.
Storage.
So what we can try is grab a tissue. It looks really good through the lens. First, I'm going to just tap. It really took a lot away. I like this. I got to stand up, friends. The eraser wasn't really working very well, which is why I went with straight with the pastel. And I actually, it was a happy little accident, wasn't it? It just needs, see, this is in the shadow. I really like that, but I just want to bring this edge right there. Bring it around. Just thinking about, I want to bring the eye in instead of out of the page. And then just to really solidify this, I'm going to take this 104 color, just like we did with the trees. I'm going to put a little bit of it, just a little, underneath for a shadow. Go in with the second lightest color, the 095. Stipple. Stippling and smearing so there's not so many hard edges. Then finishing it off with the white, the 120. This is like playing. I love it. How on earth am I going to keep this page in the book? It seems like it's going to be a disaster. I got to figure out if I can spray this and if it's going to because it's like built up off the page and I don't want to get rid of that effect. I'm looking to soften this over here. Pat it. Patting it just completely gets rid of it, so I don't want to do that. Making this draw your attention straight up to the snowman. It's getting rid of some of her lines, which I actually like. Okay, I'm going to say, I said I wasn't going to do it back there, but I felt like it needed just a little bit. What do you guys think of my snowman? I always say I'm done and then I just keep doing more. I love how the snow came out. I think adding it back there was really important. I am going to fix the page, and I might, after I do that, just put a little bit of my fine liner for its eyes. But otherwise, I'm going to call this page done. I did go back and off camera, I do apologize. I wasn't sure I was going to do it. And then I literally was like a mad woman with my Posca paint pens. And I used the Posca to add some snow on top of its nose and its arms. And I did use my Ohuhu fine liner to dot the eye in both of the birds. And I added a little bit of snow on top of the candy cane also. And I love how this page turned out and what a difference it makes when you're looking at it without those really bright lights I used for filming. So this is a more accurate representation for what it looks like. I had a blast coloring today and hanging out with you friends. If you love this style of video, please let me know. Comment down below. You love it. If you made it to this point in the video, leave a snowman emoji so I know you're here for the fun. Thanks so much for spending time with me today. Happy coloring, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.